What's happening here, Jungkook? You have a company and you and Jimin are enemies? You ask in a shocked and surprised tone with your hands on Jungkook's shoulders. Yes, we are. He and his dad is the one who is the head company, like the main company, and our companies are one among subsidiary companies of theirs. It's basically they have control over us because there's this largest company now trending in the market because of its high shares. Jimin says to you, making you even more confused. You look at Jungkook with a disbelieving look and shocked face while Jungkook looks back at you without any expression. So you are John's son, is it? How do you know him, Jimin? Jimin's dad asks to him. We studied masters together in US, dad. He was my classmate. We always fought for the first place. It was either him or me. Jimin says, glaring at Jungkook while Jungkook also glares back. By the way, what are you even doing here? You don't even have a branch of your company in the city, and how did you even meet her? Jimin asks to Jungkook in a confused and curious tone. Jungkook scoffs with a mocking chuckle. Are you expecting to get an answer from me? Jungkook asks, giggling in a mocking way. Oh, so wait, this is the reason you both wanted to join your companies to be able to defeat John's company, huh? Isn't that such a dirty work? Like all this time you developed because of their company and now? You ask in a curious and displeasing tone while pointing at your dad and Jimin's dad. You understand everything well, but can't you understand your dad and obey him? You arrogant girl. I'm gonna teach you a lesson for disrespecting me today, your dad says and harshly catches your wrist, pulling you towards him. Dad, what do you think you're doing? When will you stop treating me like this? I'm not still a child, okay? Not at all your child. No, like when was I even your child? Your pet, right? You ask to your dad, making a disgusted face but in a teary voice, and try to pull your hand away from his, but he grits his teeth in anger and hardens his grip on your wrist. You whine in pain. Let go of her hand now, sir. Jungkook shouts at your hand in a dark tone. Your dad makes an annoyed and shameful face while glaring at Jungkook and leaves your hand and steps back, not being able to do anything more. Oh, you're scared that he'll bring down your company, is it? You asked your dad in an attitude tone, making an annoyed expression at him. Why? What are you speaking? Shut your mouth now. Is that how you treat your dad in public? Your mom shouts while glaring at you. You scoff with a disbelieving look on your face. Your eyes start burning up in tears, but you won't let them fall. Can't believe it, mom. Is this why all these years you kept quiet even though you knew that this man is making me go through hell without letting me do what I want and treating me like his pet? Do you also support him? Can't you see who is treating whom badly? Your voice rages out and your breath becomes heavy due to anger. Everyone remains silent, which makes your voice be heard even more louder. You're so blinded because of money, mom. You don't even want to care about your daughter's feelings. All these years you've just lied to me about everything and made me obey to this evil man's words. I hate you, mom. I hate everyone whom I thought they are mine all these years. You say out loud in a teary voice. Jungkook stands closely behind you and pats on your back gently to make you calm down. I feel so bad about myself for trusting you all and staying with you all these years. You know what, everyone, I'm gonna resign. I don't want this company nor this family. I can live on my own. I will start my own company even though the beginning will be tough. I can do it and it's my dream, you say in a firm, confident and teary tone. Let's get out, Ryan. Nobody here deserves you, Jungkook says, making an annoyed face and glares at everyone and interlocks his fingers with yours and starts walking forward. Jimin gives a disbelieving chuckle in a mocking way. Where do you think you're taking her, huh? Just because you have my company under your control, I'm not gonna let you take my daughter. Your dad shouts up, looking at Jungkook. Jungkook turns back to face him, leaving your hand from his. I am not controlling anyone's company. First of all, I didn't even know that your company is a sub-company under mine because there are several companies like yours and it is who you have fallen under me. If you have the capacity, then beat me, my company shares and take the position, Jungkook says in a dark tone, glaring at your dad. And also stop voicing out that she's your daughter when you don't even have any feelings towards her, Jungkook says to your dad, glaring at him with full rage. Hey Jungkook, first you used to compete me with the first place in our university and now competition for my girl, huh? Do you think you're some big shot who can get everything? Jimin raises his voice, catches Jungkook's collar. Yes, I'm a big shot. Can't you see who's under whom now? Jungkook asks, raising his one eyebrow with a smirk and catches Jimin's collar too. Yeah, you can never take my girl from me, okay? Jimin says in a rage tone and punches on Jungkook's face. Jungkook wipes his mouth with scoffs an evil chuckle. Jungkook punches back Jimin 2 times hardly. Both of them start fighting. Hey you both, please stop, don't make a big scene here, you shout and notice everyone in the restaurant staring at them while your parents and Jimin's parents stands quiet as if they're enjoying some movie scene. Jungkook, please stop, you scream and catch Jungkook's arm and hold it tightly. Jungkook turns his face towards you and leaves Jimin's collar and steps back after seeing your pleading and teary face. You stand next to Jungkook with your arms wrapped to his arms and glare at Jimin. Hey, I'm not some property of yours to call me yours, okay? Did I ever tell you that I'm okay with a stupid fixed marriage, huh? Better make right choice of words, Jimin. Don't call me yours. You, I hate you as always, and don't ever touch my boyfriend fighting for me. You say in a loud, irritated and attitude tone, glaring at Jimin. Jungkook, let's leave. You say with a pout expression and teary eyes looking into Jungkook's eyes. Jungkook interlocks his fingers with yours and you both walk out of the restaurant and sit inside Jungkook's car. You look at Jungkook without saying anything, stared into his eyes looking for answers. He looks back at you with soft eyes and gives a warm smile before speaking. Is this how your family treats you? Jungkook asks in a soft tone and cups one of your cheeks in his palms. You sigh in frustration and look down, not being able to reply to his question. Stop showing mercy and feeling pity for me, Jungkook. By the way, nice to meet you, sir. You say in a mean tone while glaring at him. Jungkook suddenly starts clicking, making you even more vexed. I'm not feeling like that towards you, Ryan. I'll never, because I know you're way more strong than I expected. Jungkook says with a bunny smile. You just give him a quick glare and look away. First, let me ask you something, ma'am. Would you like to come to my home and then there let's talk? Jungkook asks with a cute and warm smile. You twist your lips and make a pout expression while glaring at him. Yes, only if you have food at home. You say, furrowing your eyebrows. Jungkook chuckles and starts his car and drives. Time skip. At Jungkook's home, you're sitting with your chin resting on your palm on the dining and waiting for him. As he said, he will prepare dinner in 5 minutes. The dining is inside the kitchen so you can see him cooking. You start smiling and blushing while watching him. He suddenly turns back and chuckles at you. You look away, pressing your lips together. A billionaire CEO living in a small flat, you ask with pouty lips and while playfully hitting your fingers on the table. Jungkook turns back and smiles. You look at him without any expression. Anything for love, he says and continues his work while turning away. Huh? What? You ask in an impatient and confused tone. Nothing. Let's have dinner first. I'm hungry. Jungkook says with a smile and brings food to you and sits down beside you. Both of you start eating as both were damn hungry. I can't eat. I've lost my appetite. I'm sorry for your hard work. I will eat maybe after some time. You say with a groan and push your plate a bit away. It's okay. Don't be sorry, ma'am. I made with love, so no hard work, nothing. Eat whenever you want, Jungkook says with a bunny smile. Okay, you eat and stop calling me ma'am. You can call me by name, you say. Jungkook nods and chuckles and continues to eat while you sit there and stare at him. After some time, Jungkook looks at you. You raise both your eyebrows and signal him to eat with your eyes. You're just gonna sit and watch me eat her, Jungkook asks while giggling and smirks at you. Yeah, nothing new. I'm so used to watch you like this from school times, and besides that I have nothing to do, you say while shrugging your shoulders. Jungkook smiles and blushes uncontrollably while pressing his lips together and looks deep into your eyes. You clear your throat, look away and take a sip of water from the glass. I want to tell you a story of mine, Jungkook says. I'm all ears, go ahead, you say in an impatient tone. I had a big fat secret crush on one girl in my high school. Actually, it started in middle school only, I guess, but she was a nerd, topper of the class, and also very silent. Didn't talk to anyone except with her few friends, Jungkook says in a soft tone. You lick your lips and press together while nodding. So I didn't know how to approach her, but I also noticed that she would always look out for me wherever I am. It would make my heart flutter like crazy. I also wanted her to at least show signs or try to approach me, but she didn't. So I started to play this teasing game by flirting with others, thinking that it would make her jealous, but nothing worked, Jungkook says. Your heart unknowingly starts skipping its beat listening to him. She still went far away from me. She even stopped looking at me after some point. I didn't know any other way, but just started flirting more and at last was labeled as playboy, Jungkook says with a serious pout expression looking into your eyes. Lastly, she went so far away from me that I couldn't even look at her. She started avoiding and ignoring my presence, which broke my heart. But still, I regret for not approaching and talking to her about my feelings, Jungkook says, bending his head down while eating and chewing his food. Indeed, a very touching but sad story. And did you ever know or ask about her side of the story? I guess at least now you should go tell her if at all she is in contact with you, you say in a pretending tone and suddenly look away as soon as he locks his eyes with yours. I badly want to know about her, and yes, she is in contact, but do you think she might react or respond? Jungkook asks in a curious and pretending tone, moving closer to you and places his hand on yours. Suddenly your heart starts racing faster, making you nervous. You're wasting a lot of time, Jungkook. You should You say in an impatient voice, but your sentence gets interrupted as suddenly Jungkook's lips meet with yours. You feel butterflies running inside your tummy as Jungkook takes his hand in his and interlocks his fingers with yours. The other hand, Jungkook pulls you more closer by grabbing your waist. So the girl always wanted to be his first everything. By the time that girl developed feelings for him, he had already started flirting with others. She didn't like it. She ignored even though he approached once or twice because she felt that she will remain like those other girls who are okay with the playboy. She didn't want that. She always wanted to be his special one. You say and look at Jungkook, whose eyes brightening up with every word of yours. You look away and continue. She wanted him all for herself, and yes, of course, her jealousy level couldn't be even measured, it was that high. The girl's heart broke even when she used to see him with other girls, so she completely distanced herself without even allowing him to see her. You say while biting your lower lips and look deep into his eyes, while Jungkook smiles and continues speaking. That boy, meaning I, even though I was a flirt and called playboy and all, I never even once touched or kissed another girl, as I always imagined that girl in that place. To be honest, even I wanted my first everything to be that girl. I couldn't even stop thinking about her all these years till I found out about her company and joined as an employee only for her, Jungkook says. That girl seriously can't believe the boy came for her even after all these years. But when she saw him for the first time in the company, she fell more in love with him. Her longing feelings for him increased. She just wanted to take revenge because she couldn't get him, so she started being cold towards him, you say. Whatever she did, I love her more and more. Recently, I even realized that I can't live without her because whenever she's next to me, I feel warm, and more than that, I feel confident, like as if I can achieve everything and more. Jungkook replies back and smiles at you while his hands gently presses your hands, which is on the table. You stand up from your seat, move his hand, and sit on his laps with your arms wrapped around his neck. Jungkook blushes and chuckles. You giggle and kiss on his lips. He puts his arms around your waist. Can the boy promise the girl that he will never leave her no matter what? You ask, looking into his eyes. Jungkook blushes and nods with a lovable bunny smile before speaking. Stop with this girl boy enough. I would like to hear it from. Jungkook says, looking at you with big doe eyes. You interrupt his sentence and suddenly start speaking. I love you, Jungkook, you say, looking into his eyes. Jungkook smiles, lifts you up, carrying you in bridal style, and walks to the living area, making you sit on the couch and sits beside you. I love you too, my Vian, Jungkook says, and swiftly places his lips on yours and starts kissing you deeply while holding your face in his palms. You kiss him more with love. You can do it, Vian. You can achieve all your dream. Your company will be more successful. I believe in you, and I will also help you, my love. Jungkook says, caressing on your head and tucks your hair behind your ears. You give a cute smile and suddenly furrow your eyebrows, glaring at him. Jungkook looks at you confused. Of course you should help me, John Jungkook. I am your boss here. You say in a funny yet serious tone, making Jungkook laugh out loud. Sure, ma'am, anything for you. Jungkook says and again kisses on your lips. You smile in between and kiss him back.